Tattoos and piercings are becoming more common in the UK, but are they still affect people's everyday life, from work to impression? Let's find out in Newcastle today.
Back when I was younger, getting a job was hard, but now it's way easier.
They do affect my everyday life. Every morning when I go, because I'm a teacher, every morning I take them out. And then when I finish work, I put them back in again.
Definitely, I think women are thought to be more... what's the word? Promiscuous maybe, and a bit more like loud and really direct and forward. And I think men are perceived to be more like cool and edgy. But it's changing a little bit now.
But I mean, I've had, like, if I've gone on a night out, for example, I've had men approach me and say like really weird things, and they think that I'm okay with it because I have piercings, and it's like, no, you still shouldn't say that to someone you don't know.
When I was in China and I saw someone with like full body of tattoos, probably they got some mental issue. And also, I don't really like piercing, I don't like tattoos. But if you love someone, just let them do what they do, what they want.
More the recent years, I think there's a lot more equal world that we have now. More so piercings for jobs. There's a lot of like the food industry, McDonald's and things like that, for example. Then you're not allowed a lot of piercings just in case the balls drop around the food, which is understandable. But a lot of places will also be quite judgmental for younger people having their interviews in jobs like office work, and that it shouldn't affect it, but they think that it does seem to happen. In one of two ways really. Some people will more sexualise a woman before having tattoos. I think she may be like easy when she's basically just expressing herself and nobody but herself, and other people more so not to be judgmental, but the older generation tend to look down on it a lot and think it's kind of common in their eyes. So I think from there.
The reason why I went into the research that I did is because up until that point, so almost 2 decades ago now, everything was male focused. You know, sailors, prisoners, like bad people got tattoos, and there was a real lack of nuance to that. Like the police service and the NHS, so nurses, and they're still quite heavily regulated, and teachers as well. So the expression of self, if you like, or how important identity is, still kind of butts up against professional identity and expectations around that. You can't ignore the gendered bias in it, the media perceptions on tattooed bodies. So the well-known examples I use are like David Beckham, you know, heavily tattooed, well respected as like a footballer, and no one really queries compared to, say, similar female celebrities. I use those that have been on like TV talent shows like X Factor or that kind of thing, and they're much more heavily scrutinized.
In China, where I come from, tattoos and piercings can still carry strong social taboos and negative stereotypes. But I realized that even in the UK, tattoos and piercings are not completely free from judgment.